Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly live stream session today with Sahbi, Kabir, and Ravish. Welcome, guys.
Hi guys.
Yeah, I can hear I can hear you guys already excited for this one. People already commenting. Am I on time for the therapy session, for the group therapy session? Well, let's see how it goes.
You're the shrink? You're the shrink tonight?
Well, I'm not certified, but I'll try.
One's a good thing.
Look, guys, before we start, everyone that's tuned in, welcome. Please, because we almost always forget to say that, but if you really enjoy our live streams, weekly live streams, everything we do, it will really help if you guys give us a like. So press the like button if you can. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet and you're watching our streams, please give us a subscription as well. We're going to start today, guys. Before we start about Ajax, just quickly, I just want to ask you guys something. International break. What did you guys do? Did you guys watch some football? Did you guys do other stuff? What do you guys do during these international breaks? Kabir.
Yeah, I caught a bit of the Oranje games, obviously. It was nice to watch a football team that was performing considerably well, that I support, that is an Ajax. Obviously, I'm a big Oranje fan, as I am an Ajax fan. And, it was a pretty decent international break for us. We got the 3 points against Greece, and we didn't embarrass ourselves against France. So it was nice to actually see a team do relatively well.
Did you forget about Ajax during that time?
Yeah, 100%. It was like therapy for me. No, of course, you've always got Ajax in the back of your mind. Also intriguing to see how the Ajax players are getting on, not just for Oranje, but also for the other teams. I'm sure we might touch on that as well, with one of our star players scoring 4 goals for his country in one game.
Yeah, although people are saying it was Thailand, and
you can only play against what's in front of you, right? You can only do well against what's in front of you. That's my theory.
Nice.
All right, Ravish, what about you?
I saw both matches. I'm just like Kabir said. I'm also a big Dutch team fan. Oranje is my second team after Ajax, so I watched against France. Didn't expect too much of the match against France. I was surprised, just like Kabir said, that they didn't embarrass us. The only player I really hated that evening was Joey Veerman, because I didn't know what his task was during the whole match. Against Greece, I was kind of surprised at how much the media was talking about how difficult it would be in Greece, while we won in Eindhoven with 3-0. So I was really happy that we're almost qualified for Euro 2024, because that means that we're going to have a nice summer. And that's always good when the Dutch team is on a tournament. And that's it, actually. I saw some of the other games. Of course, I read about Miko Tatse. And I think we will talk about that later. But I watched the game, and I'm not the biggest fan of the international breaks. But if the Netherlands is playing, I'm always looking.
Yeah.
Didn't have the tickets, unfortunately, for the match against France. Maybe I will see the match against Ireland in the arena.
There was very big news that came out. I think it was against the French team, that there was no Ajax player or former Ajax player in that team. Is that something we have to be worried about, or is this just, it happens from time to time? How do you see it, Ravish?
Can you name a player who deserved it to play from Ajax in the Dutch team? That's the first. I'm not surprised, because the results of Ajax and the play of Ajax doesn't give us any reasons to play with one of our players. I think it's a period. We had a period that Feyenoord was the team with the most players, then Ajax, then PSV. So I'm not worried about the future, because I think that if you look at our team now, with Hato, with Vos, Berghuis, and another youngsters that are coming up, they will definitely defend the colors of orange. But it's just like a roller coaster. It's ups and downs, and so I'm not worried.
Okay, thanks, Ravish. Look, Sahbi, you're a big enigma for me always, because I never know what matches you always tune into. I mean, You can watch the Moroccan games. You can watch the Dutch games. You watch sometimes Italy. I don't know what you watch. What did you watch this past 2 weeks?
What did I watch? A good question. I really need to think about what I watched. Obviously, I watched most of the Oranje games, but also watched the Switch channel. I like to see some actions from every game, chances, opportunities, and so on. So it's nice to see instead of watching a game and see how it develops. So that's what I've done. And you know that feeling that when you're in international break, it itches and you miss Ajax. Because I mean, 1 week without Ajax, without watching an Ajax game, normally they play 3 times a week, and now you really hate that period, right? Now I don't have that at all. I didn't have that at all. I'm like, it may be a good thing to not watch Ajax for a moment, from my perspective, because it only gives me a headache. It makes you depressed and so on. And the way it develops, not only in a sporting way, but also at the top, a lot of bad, negative news surrounding Ajax is just, it's just not, it just doesn't fit. So and so it was basically a good 1.5 week for me in terms of not watching Ajax, and now it starts to itch again. Although what will come is frightening me a bit.
You become cynical, my man.
Yeah, we'll touch on that. It's a nice bridge, actually. I just wanted to ask you about what you said about I didn't have that feeling that I usually have during the international break. Is that the first time you're experiencing this, or did you have this before? That you're not missing Ajax?
No, this is the first time.
Okay.
The first time. Even with the Schreuder era, I didn't have that feeling.
Okay.
I mean, so it's new for me.
All right. Look, nice bridge. So right after the AZ game, going back a little bit, the Algemeen Dagblad came out with Stein. He will be the coach after the international break. People are always questioning Algemeen Dagblad, whether it's reliable, yes or no. So some people were like hoping like, okay, that's not going to be true. But here we are, Thursday, a couple of days before Utrecht. Also today, our Telegraaf friends came out with an article as well, saying that for now, Stein still has a chance, and we have to see how things evolve. So, look, on the thumbnail we put what is next. It's very hard at this point to predict what will happen. So we will touch upon the Utrecht game in a bit, but I just want you to tell me or tell the audience, the viewers, just share your thoughts on what do you guys think will happen now? Because we know that Utrecht is next, away game, Brighton next week, away game, PSV next game, away game. So realistically, where do you stand right now? Kabir, I'm going with you, and I know mostly what you think of Stein, but in general, what do you think this group will do?
Look, I mean, if being brutally honest, I have zero expectations for the upcoming 3 games. I mean, look, FC Utrecht, even when we are doing well as a team, FC Utrecht tend to be a little bit of a bogey team for us. So I don't see that being any different. Unfortunately, I'd never thought I would hear myself saying this, or any other Ajax fan would hear themselves saying this, but it's a relegation battle game. I mean, it's sickening. But anyway, that's where we're at. So, Ron Jans as well. I know he hasn't sort of got them firing just yet, but I can see them, him preparing his team very well to play against us. So that'll be a difficult game. And then you've got the revelation of the Premier League, Brighton, who are an incredibly well-oiled team playing football that actually we would love to see at Ajax. So that's going to be a very tricky game, although they're struggling a little bit in Europe so far. But still, it'll be a very tricky game for us. And then, PSV, I mean, what more is there to say? Very similar to like FC Utrecht, like even if we're doing well as a team, we're a well-oiled machine, it's still a very tough place or a team to get a result against. So maybe my heart says one thing, but my head says a very negative thing. I just don't know. I don't see how it's going to work, and especially after an international break, because it's not like you've had the whole team together where you can work on things. People have gone to their respective nations. But it could work both ways. Maybe they've gone back, they've come, they've cleared their head out and started fresh, or actually, what have we had a chance to work on? But these are not the teams that you want to play, really, after an international break, and that too when the team is mightily under pressure. So, to answer your question, not positive or optimistic at all.
I have to throw this in, one of the comments. I know this has been also a big thing on Twitter, X, or different social media platform. Living the good life in Ibiza. We know it's about Stein. Do you think it's a little bit like we're exaggerating a little bit about this, or do you guys think like, no, this is something we should be critical about? What do you feel about this, Kabir?
Yeah, I think that, look, every human being has the right to go on holiday, to cool off, to relax. There's no, he's obviously under a lot of stress himself. So I don't think that going on holiday per se is, but I just feel that you think to yourself, is that really something that you want to do? Is that what you'd want to be seen to be doing in a situation like this? It's more about perception. Perception is everything in life, right? If you're under pressure in your job and you're seen, in Ibiza and having a good time, then it's almost like, where are your priorities really? You could have taken a few days off, chilled out in the Netherlands, relaxed, whatever. But, it's not an illegal crime that he's committed, but is that really how he wants to be seen right now? Chilling out in Ibiza, like with no care in the world? Because he has got all the care in the world right now on his shoulders, right? That's where I stand with it.
That's true. Let me go with you, Ravish. What do you expect in the coming few matches? You're going to Utrecht, by the way. You mentioned this before we started. Papimento is saying, by the way, just quickly, hey, he can watch the De Zerbi tactics online, even in Ibiza. So Papimento is a bit more looking at it from the positive side of things.
I follow Papi in this one because I think we're exaggerating with Stein going to Ibiza during the international break, and the reason is that with which squad did he have to practice? Because I think almost 20 players of the whole squad were out for international duties, and I think what Papi says, if whatever is here in Den Haag or in Ibiza, I think he definitely is working on the best way to make Ajax win again. So everybody who is shooting on him on the fact that he's going on a holiday, we also know in all his previous periods with ADO, with NAC, with Sparta, that Ibiza, he has also some duties over there, some private duties. So during a busy season like this with a lot of games, and you have now an international break, let the man do what he wants to do in his private time, I think that when he's in Amsterdam for Ajax, that he's 100% focused on Ajax. However, the results aren't showing that, but I think he still has the best intentions for Ajax. Then back to your question. I said it before the show that I became a little cynical. I'm going to the stadium. Don't expect much. Happy to see my friends and see what's coming up. I don't think that it will be really difficult against Utrecht because, in my opinion, they are always playing 2 matches every year, and that's against Ajax. Although the last couple of seasons we kind of won easily. I believe last year we also defeated them. I think, but maybe I'm wrong. And against Brighton, I'm really looking forward to see Brighton playing. I'm not looking forward to see Ajax playing against them, but I heard a lot of the Serbi and against PSV. I don't have an opinion about it. I know we're always losing over there, especially in this form. We can ask the KNVB to cancel the match and give them the 3-0 for now. I also sent the email out to Ajax that the matches for relegation and promotion, are they also included in our season ticket? Because if you don't win from
wait, did you really do that?
No, it was a joke.
Okay. All right.
No, it's a way, just like Sahbi says. I live nearby the arena, so I drive a lot when I go to work. I see the stadium, and I'm always happy to go to the stadium. But I don't have any expectations right now.
Sabi, let me go with you. Same question for you, but also in terms of tactics, formation. Do you see Stein doing something different? Against Utrecht or maybe against Brighton next week. Do you think he will change something going forward? Because nothing has been working really up till now. So how do you see that?
No, he won't change anything. There's nothing to change about his way of playing because he doesn't have a way of playing. He always changes his players in positions. You don't know whether Hato will play left back. You don't know whether Sosa will play left back this time. The only thing we know is that Vos won't play, so he has to choose who to play in his position. But we can already see what kind of players he will put in. But the tactics, that's the thing that is missing from his side. The way they need to gel, the way they need to keep the pitch, keep the space in the pitch, keep them small and not that big. It's not that difficult because we all see it. But he needs to implement that with the team. He needs to make sure that the players follow the tactics, and it seems like it doesn't happen on time. And why I think, by the way, the management, I think that's my view. Then management is not already taking actions on letting Stein go. Is we got 3 difficult games coming up. If he would be sacked before that and they would get a new interim coach, he would get that huge task to play against those 3 teams. And you would see that if they would lose those games, you would get the same storm again, probably with the new coach not doing that well and so on and so on. It's all about perception, because you can't blame the new coach if he comes in, new interim coach.
But somehow,
Ravish, go ahead. Sorry.
But somehow, Sahbi, we all read about the fact that Louis van Gaal would have a talk after the match against Ajax with Stein. Everybody was hoping that there would be cameras that we could see what Van Gaal was telling him. There were already jokes made about when can I give my lease car back, etc. But somehow there must be something that Van Gaal also sees in him. Otherwise, he was sacked already. And I don't see it either. But I think that Van Gaal, and we all know Van Gaal as somebody who's really good in imagineren, in analyzing and putting a structure to teams. Maybe he has said something to him about what you just said about the spaces on the field and maybe the players on the positions. And that Van Gaal, because he's the head advisor and he can say, and everybody can say Van Gaal is an old man, but he still has a certain drive to accomplish something with Ajax because it's his club. Yeah. So I think that he also sees something, and he's might backing him up, and that's the reason. And that's my.
I understand your point.
And I think that's the reason that they didn't sack him after Asset, because Van Gaal maybe sees something what we don't see.
Yeah, but Ravish, just a quick question or a remark. If a person, doesn't matter who, has to explain to a head coach of Ajax on how to coach a certain team or how to keep the pitch small, is that
no?
Is it logical?
I totally get that, but then I think about when Giovanni van Bronckhorst came to Feyenoord. Then he had Dick Advocaat as an advisor. Ruud van Nistelrooy had chosen Fred Rutte as an advisor. Okay, Van Nistelrooy didn't work out, but Advocaat had a massive impact on the further career of Van Bronckhorst at Feyenoord. But I think that Van Gaal, we won't see Van Gaal on the pitch, but I think that Van Gaal still sees something which gives him the idea that Stein still is the right person for Ajax. However, we all don't see it. But
I don't see it because the main difference between the other clubs is they never were 16th in the league. They didn't have the worst start ever.
No.
Ajax. Expected goals. If you look at expected goals, Ajax would have been lost in the league.
Yeah, I totally get that
Take
with
that
you, my friend.
into account. Ravish, even you would have done it better.
Oh,
Even
that's
you.
that's
Come on,
that's
man. So we need to take that into account as well. Stan is just not leaving because he wants his millions. He won't. He won't.
no. I definitely get that,
I
because
mean,
if he
he
would
wants to
throw
go to
the
Ibiza. He wants to live in Ibiza. That's what he wants. That's why
no
he
no
goes back often.
I get that completely, but I was also thinking about what could the reason be that Stein is still head coach. And I read the article in AD. I read today article in Telegraaf, and both papers are telling the same, that the board still, and I don't know where they based it on, has confidence in Stein. And
Yeah.
that made me think, what can be the main reason that he will coach
It-
against Utrecht
so
Zondag?
then another question. Sorry, Juan. If they have confidence in him, do you so you may expect then that after 3 games, after these 3 games, he won't get sacked, because if you
Yeah,
have confidence, it will be a long-term thing. It won't be short-term thing.
true. Yeah,
So that's why my thought was, these are extremely difficult games coming up. Even
yeah,
Utrecht will be an extremely difficult game. They want to put him there. They want to keep him there to show, to give, to defend, or to give a little bit of less pressure to the new coach
new coach.
who will
Yeah, yeah.
come in, the interim coach,
You,
because he will start with a clean slate against the
did you guys
easier
ever play
game.
Football Manager?
Sorry?
Did you ever play the game Football Manager?
No, I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
played it, man.
Whenever, as a manager, you would get, it's known as the dreaded vote of confidence. Whenever the
Yeah.
board comes out and says,
Yes.
we
You're
have
out.
faith in the manager, it
You're out.
basically means you're out the
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
One
But-
bad result, you're out the door.
Yeah,
And it's not just, it's in real life also. Huh? If you look
Yeah,
at
please.
Guys,
when the board says we have faith in the manager, you're basically on borrowed time.
guys,
Correct. So,
just quickly, wait, just quickly, just to
why
make
are you
things a little bit.
interfering?
Sorry?
Why are you interfering in a good discussion?
No, I'm not
No, no.
interfering, but guys, I have to throw some other things into the discussion as well, right? You can go ahead. You can say what you want to say, Ravish. That's fine. What Kabir is saying, just to be clear, there is no official statement from the board or from Ajax expressing their confidence in Stein. This is
Correct.
all from Telegraaf.
Yeah.
And assumption, kind of a little bit as well, and also from Algemeen Dagblad. And I also
Correct.
want to say something else. Look, the thing is that I think it's a combination of factors. I think everybody is saying something that makes sense, but I think it's a combination. I think the the way we see it, what's happening is Van Gaal is targeting first the things for the long term. So the things from the board, Alex Kroes today, allegedly they had a talk.
That's the way it should go. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Stein is still a target in the sense that they are going to look at him and make a choice, and probably even the Graaf admitted it's only a matter of time because they think he's going to leave sooner or later. So I don't think we have to go that far saying it's a vote of confidence. It's not, but they have other priorities right now. Whether it's a good thing or not, that's another discussion. I want to throw this in the mix because we started this discussion saying we're buying time. Also, somebody said it in the comments. But should we buy time? Is it not because we're risking now? We're risking more points in the league, but we're also risking Europa League.
No, look,
You know?
the way
Because,
I see it,
look, just quickly, because what Sabri said, yeah, but if you get an interim and he has to start and play Utrecht and Brighton and PSV, that's harsh on him because then that's very difficult and he won't have a confidence from the get-go. But now we don't have any confidence in what's going to happen. At least if you get somebody new in, we can start with something from now. Otherwise, you're postponing everything to a later stage.
Yeah, but
we saw what happened with Heidegger. Everybody thought that Heidegger was the Messias after Schreuder got sacked.
Yeah, but hold on, Ravish. I have to say though, even though Heidegger was not it, he was better than Schreuder.
Everybody is.
So think back. If we would have got rid of Schreuder during the World Cup, we would have put in Heidegger right there. From that moment on, we would have had a better season.
Yeah, but then we had time. Yeah, but then we had time.
Exactly, because I think
exactly.
But now we don't have any time. That's the difference.
But I think that if Stein had, let's say that we were one game before the winter break, and then he could take this team with the players that came on September 1st on a training camp, and then had maybe the time to show his vision, then we would talk a little different. But Stein was still whining about the fact that this isn't his squad, and that's the first thing that he did wrong by commenting that this weren't his players. And then if I would hear that as a player said, I would say, the hell with you. I try my best to play for Ajax, and you are telling me that whatever it takes, I won't play. And he won't say it directly, but yeah, what you say is right. But I think Gabir also wanted to add something.
Yeah, just to add to this discussion, also maybe you guys can take it into consideration as well. Maybe because you're also reading all the time. Look, Theo Jansen has said it as a pundit. Van der Vaart has said it as a pundit. Everybody basically as a pundit, almost everybody, like 70-80% of the pundits are saying this squad is not good enough. People are starting to believe that narrative that this squad is not good enough, you know? And that maybe also Van Gaal thinks the same way. We don't know what he thinks of the squad. Maybe he thinks because of the squad not being up to par, what it should be, we're buying a little bit more time for Stein. I'm throwing it out there. I'm not saying...
but Juan, I'm throwing this at you as well. We're 16th in the league. Do you think the players that we currently have are worth that 16th spot? Is NAC better than us? Is Fortuna or I don't know who is above us better than us?
Yeah.
Excelsior is Excelsior better than us?
So you don't buy that Van Gaal would think that. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we can all agree upon the quality is not there in comparison with last year's. We can agree upon that, right? So the difference is, are they good enough to at least play some decent football? Are they good enough to at least be somewhere in the 4th place, 5th place, 6th place, or 16th place?
Yeah, but
how do you see that? I mean, it's ridiculous, right?
But what I see on the pitch, and that's something what also a squad can indicate, that it sounds weird, but they're not playing that they hate the guy. You know what I mean? It's that like
that's the argument. That's the argument that always comes up with Stein after a match. I see a good spirit. People are work for each other.
But what I mean is that he can say it because he's a coach. He needs to say that. But if you also, I saw also teams, and not only Ajax, but other teams where they really had want to sack the coach, and that the player didn't had the intention to save the guy. And here at Ajax, however the results are not good, it's not that they are not fighting for it. They're still trying something.
Do you remember last year, RKC out, and when the Daily Blind, that was like that was the game where everyone could see they want Schreuder out.
And yes, exactly.
RKC away, remember? I think
Daily Blind. It was Volendam, right? It was not.
No.
It was RKC.
RKC, that when Blind and Schreuder got an argument at halftime, and he was saying, Schreuder was asking the squad, okay, what do you guys want? And he stood up and said, what the hell? You're the coach. Then you saw that they didn't want to go for him. But Kabir, you're totally right. But do you see it right now?
No.
Well, the Berghuis interview.
But
he didn't back up the coach. He didn't back up the coach. That's the first step. Huh?
Yeah, but Bergwijn and Berghuis didn't do that. But the other 9 players, they really tried their best. However,
they are youngsters. They're young.
Exactly.
I mean, as a youngster or as a starter, as a newcomer, it's always difficult to state in certain interviews like, no, I don't like this coach, or he's not. You won't say that. Only the big guys will be able to say something like this. And Berghuis' interview was clear to me.
One thing I found quite telling was the interview that Anton Guy gave in the Danish media when he said, I got subbed off after 32 minutes because the manager wanted to protect me. So that gave me an insight that, wow, he actually really, like whatever Stein told him, he took on board. He actually backed Stein up despite being publicly humiliated and being taken off after 32 minutes.
And
he didn't even look at him when
exactly. And everybody criticized that Stein didn't look at him, but still he gave an interview where he said, okay, he protected me. And
true.
And in all honesty, he was one of the spare light points against AZ, because when he came in, he played quite well. However, the result wasn't good. I found him real well as a right back.
Yeah, but in the same interview, he did say that. Of course, I think he's very professional as a player, as a person. But he also said it was the hardest thing he ever had to go through in his career.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so it was also kind of a like a blow to his self-confidence as well.
And then he also spent time basically hammering Kenneth Perez.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that was the head coach. That was the head coach of Denmark. He hammered Perez about his criticism about Guy.
Yeah, that's true.
And next to that, Ravish, just to give an additional comment on that, the players that are currently playing who have their spot fixed. I mean, the guys like I'm not saying Sutalo because he was benched, but the players that are playing regularly, you won't expect from them to give such critical notes against. So they don't want to lose their spot.
What do you think will happen if Bergwijn starts on the bench?
Oh, he's going to riot.
I think the whole arena will applaud because
fans will be happy, but internally it will be a riot. I can assure
you that's what I meant. Internally,
it will be chaos. It will be chaos.
Yeah, but he won't skip him because he made him his captain.
Exactly. All right, guys, I have to go through the comments, that's why I'm interrupting you right now. So forgive me, but we have to go through the comments. If you want to react to one of them, let me know. So I have to go all the way back a little bit. So let me see. We go with
Away the lads.
I'm sorry.
Nice, Jordy.
I will come to that in a bit. Just 1 minute. Christian. Thank you for your comment. He's saying, gentlemen, today Van Praag and Van Gaal sat down with some people from AZ about Kroes. Looks like they want him to start on January 1. Is it a good date, or do you guys want him to start right away? Quick thoughts on that?
It's a good date.
I think it's a good date. Let the man go on his world tour. He's booked a nice holiday. He deserves it. This is an example of someone that probably does deserve a holiday. Let him go, get his head empty, come back, because 1st of January is still better than 10th of March or 19th of March, whatever they were talking about. Start of a new year, bam, day one.
I agree with Kabir. I think January 1st is a good start, the start of the new year. I think for now, if Ajax and AZ came to accord, then give him the time to make his inventory, that he can look around what is necessary, and then when he really has the official hammer, as you could say it as a chairman, then he can take the decisions that are needed. And also January 1st is also the start, I believe, of the winter transfer market, and maybe with his experience he also can sell some players that aren't good enough, and maybe he can buy some experience back. And I think what a big advantage is for Ajax now with him coming is that he was an agent, and he was also an owner of a club, so he knows both sides. So I don't think you can mess him around with him, because he knows every trick of every agent of every club.
Okay, Sabi, you want to react to this?
No, I mean, I agree with all of them. Let them start with a clean slate. Winter break, sufficient time, no games played or official games, so he can take his time and take the necessary decisions. So yeah, good thing.
Right. This is a couple of comments about when we were talking about Stein and Ibiza. 74 sniper, Nase or Nace. Okay. You don't know the players at all, so why don't train them and know the players better? And then the nickname is saying the type of holiday you want to see is soul searching on the Dutch coast with gale force winds.
And that could blow him away to Belgium or something.
Ibiza.
Anthony is saying he could watch the youth talking to Van Gaal, take some English lessons, and so on. And also on top of that, he's saying, look, he's only waiting for his 3 million, which is his. If he gets sacked,
yeah, I think he definitely do that, because if he take the blame on, if he do it himself, he's missing a lot of money. And what I read in Algemeen Dagblad was that if Ajax would sack him, that he's financial independent, I believe. So
of course.
I'm
All right.
sure he's financially independent now anyway, but 3 million, I mean, which human being in their right mind wouldn't want to wait for that, right? Why would he
Yeah.
resign? You know?
And maybe you guys will think I'm crazy. What if he wins Sunday with good football and then?
Yeah, but that's like saying, what if I win the lottery on Saturday?
Yeah, of course. I know that, but
it's not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
happen.
no,
in
but
all honesty, I've seen Utrecht play
yeah,
twice.
me too.
But it was not with Ron Jans. I have to be honest with that. So it was with the previous coach, Silverbaum, I think.
Yeah,
Silverbauer.
Silverbauer.
Yes. They were really bad. So and
No.
Also with Jans, they played not well.
I only know, but I only saw the highlights. They lost to Almere City, guys. Come on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But dude, I don't have any faith that we would be.
I know from our stance, from us being.
We should not talk. We should not
I don't
talk.
have any faith.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't want to jinx it.
Honestly, Juan, if tomorrow we had to play a KNV Baker match away at NAC Breda or FC Groningen, I don't think we would win that even.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like,
you guys are exaggerating a little bit.
No,
Let's all blame Juan if we lose. Let's all the viewers blame Juan if we lose on
Look at
Sunday.
this. Afan NAC, we won't get through an Afan NAC. Trust me, bro.
Well, yeah. Now you're really over. Yeah, I'm going with
But
Juan in
that's
this
how I
one.
feel.
No,
I'm
no.
not trying to be sensationalist. That's how I feel. What
But
has
in
this team shown us?
The viewers
in
can
all
blame me
fairness-
and Juan. The viewers can blame me and Juan if we don't win Sunday. But
No, but in
I
all
think-
fairness, Utrecht is a game on its own. Eh? It's not
Yeah.
per se about
Wow.
quality. The intensity will be there from Utrecht side at home. It can be a different game than what we have seen from Utrecht in the last couple
I
of weeks.
know, but we still have, I think, superior individual quality up front.
yeah, I think
Don't
so.
we have it as well against Excelsior or against
We
Fortuna?
do.
At Excelsior, we had some bad luck
Okay.
also.
We do. All right, guys, I have to go through the comments.
Go
just
ahead, go ahead.
quickly. So still about Stein and Ibiza. DC is saying Feyenoord had loaned out players and under 18 and 19 playing in a friendly. No reason to not play or train with whoever there is left.
Yeah,
basically on
totally
the-
agree.
Yeah, but
And he's also saying, and Arne Slot still went on vacation. So it's possible. And also Ziggy is saying Ajax is just buying time when we're talking about, why it's taking so long, why is Stein still the coach. Sorry, Ravish, but I really have to go through the comments.
no, go ahead.
And Luke is saying, okay, let's say you sack Stein. Who do you put in? What do you do?
Yeah,
Hold that. We will come to that later. So remember this question, guys. All right, and then also again, same arguments being brought. No, he must wait for Kroes. He doesn't believe in Stein. Let me see. What else do we have? Anthony is saying confidence while talking about Van der Gaag. No, they just want to wait for Kroes. All right. So still waiting, buying time, basically. All right. A lot of discussions also.
I like Christian's comment. At this moment, Willem II would kick our ass.
yeah.
Who? Sorry, who?
Willem.
II.
Two. Yeah, so just two more comments quickly. Stan was saying, currently in Amsterdam on holiday, first time in the city. We went to the Johan Cruijff Arena yesterday. Love what you guys do. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Stendel. Really appreciate it. I hope you had a good time as well, and you enjoyed.
Nice bit of positivity. Hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
absolutely. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I think you went on the tour, maybe, so that's good. Christian, all right. Also, basically on the side of Kabir and Sahbi. And Anthony is saying, look, Utrecht had the time to train and do tactics during the international break. Our coach was drinking pina colada on the beach. Oh my God. The cynicism is growing day by day.
So
Where's the lie?
Oh, there is no lie. It's just funny to me that dark humor is taking over. Guys, so the question that Luke brought to us, it's a good question. Look, it's hypothetical still. We don't know at what time Stein will leave or not leave. We don't know, but it is an issue because one of the arguments being brought as well, like who do you get? Who will replace Stein? what do we do as a club? Who do you put in front of these guys, this squad? So what do you guys think about that? Who wants to go first?
If I may, I was thinking about this. I was thinking about the same thing. As soon as the rumors were popping out that Stein would be sacked. For me personally, normally you would have an alternative, right? When Ten Hag left the club, we went for Schreuder, but I wouldn't know who could take the club over. I really don't know who would be the best candidate to replace Stein. There's no trainer, in my opinion, which is ready to lead this squad and ready to lead this massive club with so many opinions and so many people who love this club. They would say John van Schip. I would say okay, that because he's an Ajax guy. He did it before in 2009, I believe. But who else? I really don't have a name. You guys?
Do you think, quickly before Kabir and Sahbi react to this question, talking about Van het Schip, we know that he will be brought as joining the technical board, about football or something. We don't know exactly what he will do still. But do you guys think he's like a plan B if Stein leaves or gets sacked, that he will be an interim solution?
I don't think the Telegraaf wrote that on purpose. I think they have already some clues that he might be getting prepared. Of course, we all know that his wife passed away, so he's not working right now. He has to mourn. But I think that he's a real serious candidate for time being. Otherwise, why would the Telegraaf pop up that thing? And
whoever they bring, it should be somebody. It should be known that it will be only interim. So it should be for a short term, and then thinking bit by bit for a plan on to bring somebody for the long term.
Why should it be interim?
Why? Because there's nobody available at this moment who can take this job for long term. You don't have that
clear, but make it real clear, because at Heidegger had at first he was saying I will do it until the end of the
season. But that was internally that was a fuck up internally. That's not something that needs.
They really need to whoever will take. I totally agree with you, Sahbi. Whoever will take, manage those expectations. Yeah. Tell the guy you're doing it until the end of the season, and then we will look further. But don't give him the idea that when the results are getting well and you're climbing on the table, that there might be an extension of your contract. Just tell the person who will do that, manage those expectations.
Fully agree with you. I mean, for me, there are three criteria, and it's difficult. I don't know as well, literally, who can take over, but it should be someone who is dominant, somebody who is being respected, and somebody who has proven himself to be able to take these jobs on a short term. So, I've seen names like Advocaat. I'm not saying he should be in, but that guy is a prototype, but not for Ajax, because I don't think Ajax will bring him in. But he is somebody who wants to take those short-term things. He gets that respect, and he can be dominant. It's all about the short term right now.
What about Ten Kate?
Yeah, I opted for that last time, right?
Honestly, I think Henk Ten Kate would be a perfect solution for an interim basis to make sure that, look, we all know that we won't get relegated, right? But what we need to make sure is,
you guys just said we're losing to now Avondje Nak, and you guys now are saying we're not relegated.
No, but over the course of the season, over the course of the season, things will equalize. But what we do need to make sure is we at least try and finish in a position where we can get some type of European football. But that needs to be addressed now. You need to get someone like a Henk Ten Kate. Look, someone like a Dick Advocaat, someone like, but a Henk Ten Kate has got the Ajax background, etc., etc. Get him on board. He will make sure that there is some sort of structure in place. He's respected. He's experienced. He will tell the players how it is. Yeah. There will be a lot of, in terms of the word that I'm looking for, structure. But also people will know where they stand. And just ensure we finish top 6. That's it.
They won't go for Ten Kate. I already heard from people that they won't go for Tenkate because the last time Tenkate was head coach at Ajax, he was leaking like hell to the Telegraaf, and he made a lot of he had a lot of arguments with people in the club. And I already heard that if they might consider Tenkate, some people in the club will do everything to cancel that plan because they don't want Tenkate back. I totally agree with you, Kabir, that he would be he would be a good alternative. I also would hoping that they would bring back Vincent Bogarde back in the staff because I think we missed that guy. We missed his way of training the defenders. I really
But
hope
I
that.
found it very strange, Ravish, that he followed Patrick Kluivert to Turkey and he left again within a few months.
Yeah.
So
Nobody
maybe
knows why.
There's no
Nobody knows
smoke
why.
without fire, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
so
that's the dude.
I asked somebody, I asked around because I know some people in the environment of those guys, but nobody has a clue why he left. Everybody was surprised that he left the club because Kluivert is doing quite well in Turkey with his team, and everybody was real confident that he, together with Bogarde, Petrovic, I believe, is also there. They would be a dynamic trio, but nobody knows what happened. And the way I see it, I would say, in what kind of role bring Bogarde back? We really miss him.
Let me go through the comments quickly, specifically about this topic, because people are reacting to this as well. Very interesting points you guys are raising as well regarding coach who should take over. Ziggy is saying, hopefully Ten Hag gets sacked and will come together with Van Gaal. You know, I'll be honest with you, even if he gets a sack at United, I don't know if he will come back to Ajax, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, he won't come. He won't come.
He won't come back. There's no way.
too
There's
early.
0% chance of that.
It's too early.
Yeah. 74 is saying, Dick Advocaat is terrible to say, but he also adds he will keep Ajax in the same league at least.
I think anyone could keep Ajax in the league. We won't get relegated, but the embarrassing thing is if we finish bottom 10.
Yeah.
Top
We all
6.
four can do it together. We can keep Ajax in the league. The four of us.
Stevie Wonder could keep Ajax in the league.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it needs to be top 6 needs to be, the main thing,
Anthony is saying Dave Vos till staff is fixed, then he goes back to youth, and we have a real good coach for next season. You're also Ravish, you don't want anyone, man. What's going on?
I think that if you bring Vos right now for the team, then you will get the Heitinga scenario. You must bring the guy slowly. You need to find somebody outside of the club right now for time being, and then if you really think that he is the right guy, give him the opportunity from the start from next season, but not during the season. I think you will also. It will be a big. How do you say that in Dutch? A streep door zijn carrière.
Yeah, but I hear that a lot, Ravish, and to a certain extent I agree. But when Frank de Boer took over, Ajax was also in a mess. Same. But what? He didn't have any previous experience either, coaching, except for the youth. But that's it. So I think any part of Ajax, a moment comes when you have an opportunity, and when you get that opportunity, it's because it's not going well with Ajax. If it's going well with Ajax, they are not going to come to Dave Vos. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but Frank de Boer was also first. He built his career slowly. He also was assistant at the Dutch team. During Van Marwijk, and then he had the A of the A players at that time, and that was for him a great experience that he could bring to Ajax. But you can't. Different times, Juan.
He's a respected name as well. He's a respected name as well in comparison with Dave Vos. I mean, with respect. Yeah. If you have Frank de Boer coming up, it's not something you would say no or would sack him within 2 or 3 games if he didn't perform well. So but maybe that's
the state of where we're at as a club right now is that Ronald de Boer said that even if Frank de Boer was asked, he won't do it because he just had a heart transplant.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah,
he doesn't want the valves to open again.
Yeah, but he said if Louis would call him, then it might.
True.
But then, honestly,
Dude, we're at that point right now where I would sign on a dotted line for Frank de Boer football as long as it comes with results. That's how desperate I feel.
Yeah, but again, we have to structure the way we're talking here, because if we get Frank de Boer, it's no longer an interim solution. He's not going to come to coach Ajax until the end of the season. He is coming to take over, and he wants to be the coach for the coming years.
But then you know that Frank de Boer is fully backed up by the board, by Alex Kroes, and by Van Gaal, and that's the support. And that's the support that then I could live with that.
Okay, so your solution then, discussing this, and we threw a couple of names. Frank de Boer for you is the best solution right now.
Yeah, and don't forget Danny Blind, because Danny Blind will also be added to the board of Ajax, and Danny Blind has also a real good relationship with Van Gaal. And if we would go for Frank de Boer, he would also back up Frank de Boer, whatever. So if that old boys network come together, and Frank de Boer would say, I would do it, then I'm confident that we can come back into the league. We won't become champion, but we definitely will get European football.
Yeah, I already said last week, my feeling is telling me we're going with Frank de Boer sooner or later. So he's going to come back. That's my feeling.
Well, and look, he didn't do badly look at the circumstances. Look at the circumstances. He had to find guys like Tobias Sana and
Kabir. I never ever, watching Ajax, had the urge to just stop watching a game until I saw Frank de Boer in his third year or something, or fourth year.
Even under Schreuder and our friend Maurice Stein.
Yes.
But you would sign for that? Would you sign for that, for Frank de Boer now, knowing that?
No, but I will sign for Frank de Boer. Yeah, but I will sign for Frank de Boer because I know that he will do better than what we have right now.
Yeah,
exactly. What alternative do you have right now? So Frank de Boer would be a good one, but even I really hated that guy in his last season, because the way of football he was playing, it was horrific. It was terrifying. Everybody was sleeping in the stadium.
You know how many times we played passes back to the keeper and sideways?
Yeah.
It was not normal.
Oh, okay.
And he started like this, Frank de Boer started when he took over from Jol. He had the Vertongen, he had the Soleimani, Suarez, you name it. And every year, and every year it became worse. But still, he made something of it. And I think he would be the right guy at the moment to make something of this squad.
If you connect the dot, it will be the case.
That I agree with. I mean, look, I'm being now very negative towards the end of his, when he was coaching, but he did a couple of really good stuff as well. And of course, the team was getting worse and worse every season because we had to sell, we couldn't really buy players, etc. So I understand.
We were broke at the time.
I'm sorry? We were broke.
We were broke.
Broke as hell.
Yeah.
That's true. The only feeling I have is when we go to Frank de Boer, I feel like we're going back in time.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes you have to take one step back to go two steps forward.
Exactly. And don't forget, he started what Ten Hag finished.
Yeah,
it sounds real. It sounds crazy.
Let's not skip.
No, in terms of we were in financial.
Don't skip both.
Added value as well.
Yeah.
No. What I meant was after he set the fundament for the new Ajax. Bos came, and Bos was on a certain way to start bringing back Ajax to the top. We played a final which we didn't play for years. Then he got an argument with Van der Sar, and then Ten Hag came. And when he came with his Utrecht suitcase, everybody thought, "What idiot did we bring in?" But at the end, he profited of the whole new situation. And of course, he got Blind, he got Tadic, but Frank de Boer brought us back to the Champions League, which gave us money to invest in the team.
True. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let me go to the comments again. Ziggy is saying, if I look back now, it might have been better just to keep Heitinga. Yeah. Ziggy is also reacting to, I find Dave Vos a lightweight. Even when I look at him, I get those vibes that he will get crushed by Mika Gods when he says boo. All right. Nickname is saying, if Dick Advocaat becomes head coach, I will actually go into therapy. Anthony is saying Bogarde was at Rondo and it had something to do with finance. So
I heard that it was something else, but it might be also finance.
Speak up. Come on. You're in
He
live
had,
talk. What
yeah,
is
he
it?
had. What I heard was that he had an argument with his partner, and he got physical with her, and was one of the reasons that Ajax saw something to get rid of him, and also there were some inappropriate messages which he sent out, but that was in his own time. What Overmars did was at
Personal
work
thing.
time. So I think that's a private matter, but I believe Ajax found the stick that they used to sack him.
okay. Did Anthony? Oh, wait, hold on. He's saying Bogarde was at Rondo. Okay, so we're talking about the Ajax, or are we talking when he left Turkey? Because I'm a bit confused now.
No, I think Ajax, because after that he didn't came in the media.
Okay. Anthony is also reacting to the Dave Vos situation. He said, yeah, but then you will never bring Vos because when it goes good, yeah, it's like what I said. He won't get a chance, basically. So Christian is saying, please ask the KNVB if Michael Rashford can have a double function till the end of the season.
You could see that they didn't have the confidence in him. I still don't understand why they chose Heidegger before Reiziger.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with Reiziger to take a next step.
Yeah. He knew the team better than Heidegger, and he was part of the staff of Ten Hag, of Schreuder, and I think that he would be the right guy because he has the Ajax DNA. I hate that word, and I think he could be a good coach for this team. He's calm. He has a good presence and performance, but still don't know why Ajax didn't choose him.
74 is saying from the Boer, 7 losses, 0 goals in the Premier League. Look, I'll be honest, because this is something also that popped into my mind. The situation with Frank de Boer now is different than when he started the first time, because looking at the team that we have a lot of international players, and Frank de Boer didn't succeed internationally. So that's the only thing in my mind, like, can he deal with international players?
I think so. I think he can do that but what his problem was abroad was his stubbornness. He went to Crystal Palace, he went to Internationale, and he thought that the only way of playing football is the Ajax way of playing football. And that killed him abroad, also in America. Here in Amsterdam, he's playing with a club that knows he's like he has the same blood type as Ajax. So he definitely knows what is expected from Ajax as a club, as our presence abroad. Everybody knows Ajax for the 4-3-3 with the wingers, etc. And he knows that. So I think that as for this team, he would be great. For abroad, make him an ambassador, but don't make him a head coach anymore.
Okay, we should change the title of this video, or actually live stream, to Ravish supports Frank de Boer. That's going to be the title. So quickly, Anthony.
I'm seeing advantages. It's not that I'm an ambassador of Frank de Boer, but Kabir had some great arguments why he would be a great coach. And if you look at those arguments, nobody else had another name. Vos is a lightweight. Henk de Kaarten could be possible, but he's not popular in the club.
Or Van het Schip.
Or Van het Schip. But Van Gaal, I think that Van Gaal already has a plan, has a master plan in his head. And I think that Frank de Boer is part of that.
Okay, let me move, guys. I have to move with the comments. Anthony say we must look at the future next year. You need to have a great coach, not de Boer. Still sad Peter Bos is at PSV. Christian is saying, at this moment, I would love to go back in time, watch Ajax play better football, and might still have a decent hairline. That's a real struggle, by the way. Papi Bento is saying any coach can get support if they apply a good tactic and wins. And also Frank de Boer, no, I'm not that desperate. And also regarding Bogarde, Anthony is saying no. I mean, why he left Turkey? So no.
Nobody knows.
Well, that's what he's saying, Anthony. It had to do with finance, apparently.
Oh, in Turkey. Okay, yeah. That might be possible. I thought he was talking about the Ajax time.
Yeah, and Ziggy is saying, Ravish, name one Ajax coach who did succeed in the Premier League.
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
good one.
Well,
Martin
honestly, even though the
Matteo.
Martin Jol did well at Spurs.
Yeah.
I mean, ETH had a great first season. It's a bit wobbly this season. But
That's it.
who else? Ajax coach that did. It's a good question.
Yeah. So let me just go and say one more thing. I think Ravish, you mentioned something very important, and I want to highlight this as well. I think that's very important to also illustrate. Look, if we get from the Boer, and also I know and we know that he's backed up by Kroes, backed up by Van Gaal, backed up by whoever.
Oh yeah, Louis van Gaal.
Exactly.
Sorry.
One FA Cup.
Yeah, no, he had a decent time. I mean, he didn't. Would you call it succeeding? But
yeah. Anyways,
go ahead, Juan, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Can I finish my sentence, guys, quickly? No, it's important to say this because I think the backup is important because we've seen what happens when a coach or a sporting director comes in and they don't have full support from all the others within the Ajax club, the Ajax organization. And one of the things, don't forget, Ten Hag got a lot of criticism as well, but Ten Hag was backed by Overmars.
Yep.
Whatever happened, Overmars had a lot of confidence in Ten Hag, and eventually he paid it. You know, he paid his vote of confidence. And I think you see, like Peter Bos had a good year, but because he didn't have the support, he wanted a different staff. He left after a year. And I think at this time, at this moment, after last season, after the start of this season, it might be a good idea to bring back some stability going forward. Yeah. So if the stability comes back, it pains me to say it. I'm okay with Frank de Boer, but it still hurts if I'm going to get flashbacks to the Frank de Boer era at the end and all the passes to the sides and sideways passes. But okay, that's fine.
If I can add something to that, Juan, we're now talking about Frank de Boer. But I think the first thing that needs to happen is that the club Ajax needs to become stable again. And if you have a right fundament, what we had a couple of years ago, then I don't think it really matters who is the head coach. Of course, there should be a coach that has affinity with Ajax, but if you have a stable environment with the right people on the right positions, and also the people that are confident in a group, let's say head scouting, the chairman, the director, and the head scout, if I already mentioned it, that everybody knows that the trainer who will be appointed is the right fit, then Ajax can become the club again that we know. But because there is so much chaos around every department within Ajax, if Frank de Boer will take over, it still doesn't solve all the chaos. The chaos first needs to be solved, and then Frank de Boer can work. When he started, the club was in fire. We all remember Cruyff, what happened, but he took the squad away from those problems. We need somebody who can also do that with the current squad, and then make things happen right now. So let Van Gaal do his thing, let Van Gaal do his magic, create a fundament, create the right create the right circumstances for everybody who will start at Ajax, and then appoint a coach who will be able to work with those circumstances. Don't get somebody who will kick down the whole squad in the media, and doesn't understand what Ajax wants. If you can manage that, then I'm confident that Ajax will be back at the top. But for now, it's still difficult.
Perfect. Yeah, that's it, basically. Sahbi, Kabir, anything you guys want to add to our discussion today?
Sabi?
No, man, not from my side. I'm still a bit skeptic about our short-term future. The fact that Stein is still in is for me already like no go. And so from that perspective, I don't agree with the top, the management, if it's really true that they still have confidence. But we'll just have to wait and see. Let's hope for a win against Utrecht. Against the other teams, I don't expect anything at all. But with Utrecht, you never know. It will be 50-50.
Okay, I have a final question for everyone. So you guys and
Final, okay.
Final. This is the final question, but it's 2 questions in one. So quickly, we have Utrecht on Sunday. We know it was already mentioned. Vos is suspended. Too many yellow cards, so Vos will not be eligible to play. I want your midfield options. How would you play on the midfield against Utrecht, and what's your prediction against Utrecht on Sunday? So let me start with Kabir.
Well, I would play. I think you probably would replace. I think you get Tahirovic in.
Okay.
I think a like-for-like replacement. I think that you would probably want to play.
I'm not asking what will happen. I'm asking what would you do? So what would be your midfield? So I want to know your midfield. Yeah.
I think Tahirovic. I think Taylor. And I think maybe.
Would you go with? Would you go with Berghuis again?
No, I'm just trying to think. Berghuis. I was maybe as a number 10. I think that.
By the way, is Berghuis? Is he fit again to play? Because he was injured, right? Yeah, he's fit.
Yeah. I would go Taylor, Tahirovic, and Bergwijn.
Bergwijn is a 10.
Sorry, it's Berghuis, sorry, as a 10.
Berghuis is a 10, okay.
Yeah.
I always,
No, Bergwijn can sit on the bench.
We're talking about the midfield. All right. Ravish, what about you? Midfield.
I would also go for Tahirovic as he's the one-on-one replacement for Vos. Against Utrecht, I think I see a role for Van der Bomen, so I would play with Van der Bomen, Tahirovic, and then go with Berghuis on 10. Yeah, that would be my midfield.
Sahbi?
I'm with Kabir on this one. Tahirovic on 6, Taylor, because he has a good run during international break, playing quite well, scoring goals. So maybe that confidence, that boost, might help us as well at Ajax. So I would then go for Taylor this time. I'm not really a big fan of how he played, but more on the way he is be playing. So for me, Taylor and Berghuis.
All right. Final predictions?
2-1.
2-1 for?
Utrecht.
Are you serious, man? Utrecht is going to win that game?
Huh?
Are you saying Utrecht is going to win that game?
I think Utrecht are going to beat us.
Let him say what he thinks.
Sorry, man.
Honestly, I think Utrecht are going to beat us. And I don't know what to tell you, bro. I like you want me to not be honest? Okay, then I think we'll
be
win.
honest. No, be honest. Okay, fine. Ravish, you?
1-2 for Ajax. I think Ajax will win.
Okay, Sahbi?
My feeling says it will be a draw, 1-1.
All right. The host will respond as well because I always get comments, why don't you put your predictions in? We will win. Listen to me. We will keep a clean sheet. We will win 2-0 because Utrecht lost to Almere City, guys. I just want you to digest that for a bit.
What did you think with the clean sheet? Come on, we have Gorter on goal.
There is no way. There is no way.
We would lose to Almere City.
No. We're not going to lose to Utrecht, guys. We're going to win that one, and I think we'll have a clean sheet. I think 2-0.
So do you have shares for Almere City that you're mentioning them so often?
No, I don't. But just to give you, the feedback why I think we'll win from Utrecht. So that's it. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed. And we'll see you guys. Kabir, you are talking about Utrecht, right? You'll be on the game.
Look what Papi is saying, eh? Look what Papi Mento is saying.
What is Papi Mento saying? 4-3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
Look what Christian is saying. The final time you'll be on the stream. Yeah. Anyways, see you, Kabir. I'll see you on Sunday. We'll talk about Utrecht after the game. Ravish, see you soon again.
Yeah. No,
All
thank
right.
you very much.
Sahbi, take care, man. Thank you again.
You got.
All right. Thank you, guys. See you next time. Bye.